So, um, hello. Today, gonna be discussing chapter 8, uh, building your dream car with Operands. So, yeah, I'm here with my navigator, Courtney, and yeah, I'm just gonna discuss Operands today. So, yeah. So, with I think mainly emphasis on like understanding operands, right? And also working with objects too. Then afterwards, I'll just jump into the code for the dream car that we created. So yeah, firstly with operands, what exactly operands are. So operands are basically like values that values on which operators perform operations. So if you look here, we have 65 and 10, which is assigned to number 1, number 2. So here 65 and 10 are basically operands, and in this case here the minus is basically an operator. So with this line of code, the main goal is to subtract 65 with 10. So the two operands are working together to get a specific result with this operator. And what will happen is the console.log will log the final result, which is 55. So you can use different operators for your operands. So the division, multiplication, and so on. But specifically these are your operands that you use, basically. That's basically what operands are. Then we have objects. So objects in JavaScript are basically like a collection of properties. So over here you have a variable man, and this is basically an object. So within the object there's properties such as name, age, job title, marriage status, country, and assigned to those properties there's specific values assigned to each property. So that's basically what objects are. So they usually come in this curly brace brackets, and yeah, inside the brackets there's properties and the key values. So also discussing the type of method. What this basically does in the object is it finds out the data type of the value that you enter, the value assigned to the property. It finds out the specific data type. So we can see how that looks in the console quickly. Just is there anything you want to add on that, Courtney?
Nope. You
Okay.
covered it all.
Alright. Just want to show how the type of method works in the console. So yeah, you have your object, and to find out the specific data type of the object, like your type of, and then the name of the variable, followed by these square brackets, and then you input the value assigned to the property. So let's say you want to find out the data type for country. What will happen is it will show here the data type, which is a string. That's basically what type of does. just shows the data type of the value within the object. Then yeah, I think we can just move on to the dream car that we created. So this is basically the code that you embed to create the dream car. So we can start up here with the object like we explained now. So this object contains this, well, firstly there's this variable dream car, right? And in this object there's specific properties being stored like we mentioned just now, and then the values of the car. So you have your module, right? The color, the year, body style, price, car brand, and all the details assigned to each of those properties for the car, basically. So that's how that's basically the details of the car. It's basically stored in the object. So yeah, then in order to like make changes to the car, right? So here's how the car looks essentially. In order to make changes to this car on this web page, these lines of code basically help you with that. So you can start off by this one here, document.getElementById. What this does, the purpose of this is to find the HTML element, right, with the specific ID, which is model here, over here. So if you go to your HTML, it accesses this ID model here, and once it does that, it can make changes to it. So with the inner HTML, basically, it can make changes to the year, which is over here, 1983. So when you look here, you can see it says this 1983 dream car. So you can even change it, and the reason why is because of this get element by ID. It accesses this ID model here, and when you make changes to it, basically the change is made here and it's shown on the web page. Same with this over here, get element by ID. It enters the ID price tag and it can make changes to the price, right? So over here, and once that happens, it shows the price here, $19,000. So these two lines of code work the same in order to modify the car, the details for the car in the objects. Then yeah, here as well is basically, I think this is the main thing, just to touch on on operands and concatenation essentially. So this one, just like we discussed, finds the ID body, which is here, and it accesses, and using inner HTML can make changes to the body. So over here we have the variable dream car, and then this property car brand, right? What the aim is to combine car brand with module over here. That's the aim. and you do that. I think you can say that these are operands basically in this situation, because then you're using these two, you're using the operators, let me say that, to combine these two properties, right? And in this empty string, you'll get this result over here. So how that'll look, for instance, let's say we change this to Hyundai. The main goal is to concatenate the car brand, right, Hyundai, and the model, which is 98, for instance. And when you open it on the web, you see here Hyundai 98. So that's because we put those two operands together, and the final result is displayed over here. So yeah, I think that's the summary of the chapter in a nutshell. Yeah, just basically specifically operands, how it works, adding two operands using operators, the objects, what it contains, and I think here in this final code to make the dream cars, showing how the operands and the operators work together, as well as the object in itself, and how to access all those IDs to make changes with the get element by ID. So yeah. Anything you wanna add? Anything? Of course.
No, that was good. Covered everything.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's it for chapter 8. Thanks for watching. Alright, cheers.